A dragon who ramps you, mills you, and poops out frickin' zombies? What more could you want? It's Teval, the balanced scale. Welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena today, the Commanders from the Commander decks. They're here. They're finally here. You may have heard they were on Arena. I heard they were on Arena. I started building this deck a couple weeks ago, and then I was like, oh, but I can't play with them because they didn't let you play with them until today, as I record. The first day when Alchemy got added, we finally get to play with cards like Teval, the Balanced Scale, 4/4 flying, for 4 mana. Whenever it attacks, you mill 3. Then you may return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tap whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard. Create a 2/2 black zombie druid. Forgot about the druid part. Creature token. I don't think druid is relevant. Do we think druid's going to be relevant with like Spider-Man? Maybe with Final Fantasy? Anyways, zombie druids. So let's take a look at what we're doing with Teval. Obviously, we're just going to take advantage of all of these things. We've got stuff that we can play from the graveyard with Flashback, Tarkir Rebirth to bring Teval back and protect Teval. We can reanimate creatures that get milled over by Teval. We can add some mill with Stitcher Supplier, Birds of Paradise for ramp, Molt Tender for ramp and mill. Patchwork Beastie for some mill. Seed of Hope. Yeah, okay, we're leaning into the self-mill. All right, Seed of Hope, you can mill too. Smuggler's Surprise. I guess we could move this to more of a finisher over here. Smuggler's Surprise is going to let us mill if we have 3 mana and put some land from among the mill cards into our hand. Or we can put some creatures onto the battlefield for free. And or creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible. Well, look, our commander has power 4 or greater. Isn't that handy? So it does a little bit of everything. A little bit of a utility. Swiss Army knife for the deck. Deathrite Shaman, of course, great for ramping from the graveyard. Although hopefully we're going to return most of the lands that we mill over with Teval. Revitalizing Repast with a land and a spell. Snapcaster Mage, let us cast some spells from our graveyard. Cruel Somnophage has the self-mill, plus it can get pretty big. Ripples of Undeath. People are catching on to this one in EDH. 2-mana enchantment at the beginning of your first main phase, you mill 3. Then you may pay 1 and 3 life. If you do, you get a card from among those. Pretty good deal. Aftermath Analyst has the 4-mana buyout clause. Sacrifice it. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. We're not necessarily relying on Teval to survive. Folks, I haven't played this deck yet. This is all theory crafting. Stick around to the end of the video because I will be back with some summary after I've played the deck. But I hope you enjoy the gameplay. If you like self-mill, Bramble Familiar has fetch quest, mill 7 cards, put a creature enchantment or land card from among them onto the battlefield. I think you're getting the idea. Dredger's Insight, Fanatic of Ronus can be a super thing. Plus it has Eternalize, so we can play it from the graveyard. Rampant Growth. Tear Asunder, of course, if you're in black and green. A nice handy removal spell. Urborg Lurgoyf. I love to sing the song, I will never forget you. Urborg Lurgoyf. Always be glad I met you, Urborg Lurgoyf. Almost did it. It's a tongue twister. Siphon Insight. Don't have to have this version of it. But there it is. Has Flashback, Grizzly Salvage, Insidious Roots in this deck. Come on, if you love a good roots, a commander that works with roots. You want the roots, the radicals. Teval. Witherbloom Command. Kishla Skimmer. There's a new one. 2/2 flyer. When a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card, and it triggers only once a turn. But an extra card every turn. We're gonna be bringing cards back from the graveyard. It won't be that hard to trigger this. Nature's Rhythm. You can search up something. Maybe a Birds of Paradise. Maybe something else. Just goes right straight onto the battlefield, and we can harmonize. Play it from the graveyard. Sink into Stupor. Boggart Trawler. You know, all these land-based creatures are fun. Entish Restoration. This is sort of, I don't know, replaced some of the other ones. Sacrifice a land, so putting that land in the graveyard for us. Search a library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped. And then if we control a creature with power 4 or greater, we give them 3 basic lands, y'all. Put them onto the battlefield tapped. So that's pretty awesome. Wrenn and Realmbreaker. Lands you control have tapped to add 1 mana of any color. And it has a -2. Mill 3, you can put a permanent card from among the milled cards into your hand. Do that every turn with Kishless Skimmer out. That's what we're going to do. Glacierwood Siege. Here's another one. Another new one. This is part of the Siege cycle. 3 mana, enchantment. As it enters, you got choose Teamer or Sultai. You choose Teamer when you're casting instant and sorceries, people are going to mill cards. That's pretty good. Target player mills cards. We'll probably target ourselves. Unless our opponent's close to milling out. Or Sultai, we can play lands from the graveyard. That's actually, you know, as you'll see, we have some fetch lands and stuff. That's actually a mode we're going to consider in this deck. Not usually a mode you consider. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. Because it's a good card. Awaken the Undead. Another good one that's new here. Chapter 1, destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, blow anything up. Chapter 2, mill 3 cards. Hey, we like that. Chapter 3, you can discard a card. When you do, return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Also got the Kotis Sibsig Champion. This is the other Sultai commander. Sultai meaning black, green, and blue if you're a newbie. Zombie Warrior. Once during each of your turns, you can cast a creature spell from your graveyard by exiling 3 other cards from your graveyard, in addition to paying its other costs. And whenever one or more creatures you control enter, if one or more of them entered from a graveyard or was cast from a graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on Kotis. So Kotis likes to bring back creatures, and Kotis helps you bring back creatures. It's one of the modern design commanders that does it all. And he's a 3/3, so his, you know, base rate is not too shabby. Palantir of Orthanc. Beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on Palantir of Orthanc and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters. And that player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. People hate to lose life when they don't know. They don't know that we have 2 drops in our deck and 1 drops in our deck. And guess what? We like the mill. Arby's, we like the mill. Agadeem's Awakening, the land, but can also bring stuff back from the graveyard. Memory Deluge. You got sick of it in Standard, but now it's back in Brawl. Spell the Profane. More land-related spell action. Lazy DD Prowler. Snake Ranger. 5/5 for 4 mana. Stop right there. He's still my heart. When this creature enters, you may mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. Has a renew ability, which means you can play it from the graveyard. When you exile it from the graveyard, you put some +1/+1 counters. Where X is the number of land cards in the graveyard. Drag to the Roots. Blow something up. Destroy target non-land permanent. Good little discount. Sidisi Brood Tyrant. This is the old Sultai. This is old school. This is like Manadad Boomer magic here. Sidisi Brood Tyrant. 3/3 for 4 mana. Womp womp. Come on, Sidisi, get with the program. When it enters or attacks, you mill 3 cards, and whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, create a 2/2 black as a zombie creature token. Murderous Cut is a removal spell that we can play with Delve, since we got to do something with all those cards in the graveyard. Crux of Fate, destroy all non-dragon creatures if we want to blow everything else up but keep our commander. Deadly Cover-Up, more board wipe. Overlord of the Belmark, self-mill. Overlord of the Hauntwoods, some ramp. Vorinclex, the Klex. More ramp. Now we're starting to get into our big threats. Gitrog monster, right? 6/6 death touch at the beginning of your upkeep. You gotta sacrifice unless you sacrifice a land. Oh no! The horror. But you can play an additional land on each of your turns. And whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you get to draw a card from anywhere. From anywhere. And that's not gated to once per turn or only on your turn. Like Mr. Kishless Skimmer here. Tatty B, because we got a lot of lands coming in. Flotsam and Jetsam. Got a mill 3 cards investigate mode. It's also got an each opponent mills 3. And you can cast a spell from each opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. Might be good against the right deck. Tassiger, You love to delve, you love to mill, you love to Tassiger. Look at that. He was Oko before there was Oko. Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Vigilance Reach. Speaking of Oko, maybe we should throw Oko in this deck. I don't know what you cut, though. Got so much good stuff here. Storm the Festival has a flashback cost. Seagate Restoration, Turn Timber Symbiosis. You notice we're playing a lot of these MDFCs. We're into the landfall. Dig through time. Death begets life. Destroy all creatures and enchantments, and then draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. Gotta love it. Otawara. What else we got in here? We got the Kishla Village to help surveil. Oseju, Takanuma. Hedge Mail to help Hedge Maze to help surveil. Like, you know, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Strand, Misty Rainforest, Polluted Delta, Scalding Tarn, Verdant Catacombs, Windswept Heath, Wooded Foothills. All of those fetch lands. Teval. Seems like it's going to be awesome. Is it? Stick around. We're going to play it. Let's find out. Stick around to the end of the video. We'll have the real win rate of the deck, not just the games I was able to fit in. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, hit that like. Even become a member if you like. And yeah, I'll see you in a sec.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Brawling with Teval. Do you say Teval or Teval? Let me know in the comments. Up against Rainbow's Dragon Engine. Okay. 5-color dragons. 5-color something. We got the roots, though. I love this. All right. That's a great place to start. Let's play this as a tap land. Play the roots next turn. And we'll figure out some way to start having stuff leave our graveyard. And then profit. Ruby. Alright, well, we do have Ruby removal. And we have Ramos removal. Ryad of the Elysian Groves. Put that as a tap land. Should we remove this? Because we're not that scared of it. Let's pay the 3 life, because we'd like to be able to Winter Bloom command, so we don't really want to tap like that, but I guess we don't have a choice because we don't have any other black. Alright. So that was a punt.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Ramos mana. Urabrask. I mean, we could just trade for that and recast this next turn. Oh. All right. No, it's not. No, we can take 4. We'll remove that. I think we're more scared of Urabrask than we are of Ramos. Ooh, Gitrog. Yeah, then we're stuck on black again, aren't we? Let's find some black mana. Well, you can be black mana for a dragon. Escapes to the wilds. Guard. Planar Genesis. Could run that in this deck. Along with Arcane Signet, if you wanted. Ooh, Lumra. Yeah. Perfect. Here we go. Wow, she's got one land. Let's see. It's not mana value 2 or less, so why don't you lose some life and we'll mill some cards. Turn a land card to my hand. Polluted Delta, please. Black mana, we're gonna need it. Maybe Takenuma. Get back a cool creature with it. Oh no, doesn't come back to our hand. Never mind. Dragon's Horde. Fun card. Dragon-based ramp. Love to see it. If you haven't already, go watch my Ultimate 5-Color Dragons deck. It's the last Brawl deck I did for this one. Incorporating all these new dragons from Tarkir. Let's Tatiova Entish Restoration. That sounds good to me. Oh, opponent. Playing the Commander deck Teval on Arena. Up against Ureni the Song Unending. The Tarkir Dragons matchup. Let's see who has the best. What are they called? Clans? Which clan is the best? Alright, I think we can keep this. They are tap a land. This one also has to enter tapped. Because, I mean, we could flotsam. Lands in the graveyard. Whenever Teval comes down. They are blue, so... Protection from white, protection from black. Be good if they ever get it out. Oh, we can't Wither Room command, can we? Anything worth reanimating in here? The Kishla Skimmer. Bring that back. And I'll just play this as a tap land. Pass the turn. Next turn we can Teval. Let's see if they leave up a counterspell. Nope, they're going for Azusa. Super ramp. Oh my goodness. But Fast Bond was banned here, guys. Glacial Dragon Hunt. Gonna blow up my Skimmer. So rude. Let's crack this. Go get... What do we want? Just a basic land, or do we get, like, a breeding pool or Overgrown Tomb? Let's see if Teval survives. Spelunking. They're certainly ready to ramp over there. I think they burned out all their ramp on the Azusa turn. Let's see. What do we want to do? Mana value 2 or less. That doesn't do anything. We definitely want to do this. And guess we'll just do this. Ooh, Lotus Field is cool. Making druids. We could search up. Actually, like holding up removal, aren't they? Let's just attack. The old polluted delt. We could bring something back here. Bring the Kishla Skimmer back to our hand. Or would we rather have Lumra? Yeah, let's see if we can Lumra even we can ramp even faster than them. All right, so we made 3 zombies the first turn that Teval started in play. Opponent might have a board wipe because they seem pretty sanguine about it. Nope, they're just busy ramping over there. They go for the Entish Restoration. It does enter tapped. I wonder... Well, I still just want a Lumra. They know we have Lumra. They're going to tap out here. Surgical Metamorph. We're just going to copy. Okay. Good card. Gonna put to the test if we have enough basics in our list. Just made one zombie. Fabled Passage. Back to the command zone with you. Feel like a 10-10 versus a 15-15 reach. They can kill a lot of our zombies. Oh, my whole zombie army. What do we want to do? We don't necessarily want to Lotus Field make Lumbra smaller. We could Nature's Rhythm for like Crater Hoof or something. What do we have as our big finisher? Just did the deck tech. What are they usually? 8 mana? See what we got for 8 mana. Get the Klex. Overlord of the Balemark. Do the Klex. Yeah, Hedgemaze and Breeding Pool. With the gaze. Why not? See what we find. Can't play Rampant Growth yet. Okay, let's attack with our 16/16. See if they want to block, chump block with the 4/4. Probably wise. They opt. Sure. Opt away. It's something that's going to give our creatures trample or something to search up with this. I never planned to do anything but make a million zombies. Guess we can do that again, right? We'll play this, we play the Otherworldly Gaze, we play the Nature's Rhythm. Make a ton of zombies. Driving the Zomboni around the ice rink. Now opponent is getting... Are they getting salty?
You know what a hurry we're in!
Salty didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
I feel like my computer is running low, so that seems to be better, right? Did you notice the downgrade?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
And Dark Moss, you're moving as slow as your namesake over here. Well, we might have a disconnect. Guess we'll come back when they're ready. Alright, it's our turn here. Get Teval down. If they'll allow it. They still gone? All you need is Lumra. I think I do need to put a Crater Hoof in the deck list. I could have just, or a Finale of Devastation. We could have just won already. Play on some Teval Knieval. You say Teval? You say Teval. Or Teval. Let me know in the comments. How do you pronounce it? Teval? Teval? Tuvan Throat Singer? Doing the Sultai Shuffle with Teval, the balance scale, up against Kenrith, the Returned King. Okay, well that could be any number of things, including incredibly busted. We'll keep this Freelander. Don't have a ramp necessarily, but practice Delta. I guess we need a black and blue just to turn on. We'll do some dredging. Oh, we have a multi-tender actually. Should we get Birds of Paradise? I don't think we need another land at the moment. And that incidental life gain from Dredger's Insight. I didn't say this in the deck tech, but that could be pretty good in this deck. I expect. Next turn, Wooded Foothills, impend the Overlord. Off to the races. And tower. Okay, so they're looking like a Gates deck. That's fun. A fun opponent. Get a basic forest here because I think we're gonna make an everywhere. It's all colors. Everywhere. Now that Coalition Victory is unbanned in Commander, look out everywhere. Get your Overlords and the Hauntwoods ready. If I look different, it's because I'm wearing my backup glasses, getting my regular glasses with the new prescription put in. Don't know how long that'll take. Might take a week or more. Open the gates. Then we got Mr. Bramble familiar. They're holding up like they might have counter magic. They might have well, we like to put stuff in the graveyard. I want to try Teval. They've got the counter magic, they got it. Nope, they don't seem to have it. Okay. And we can just hold this back for the fetch quest. Mill 7, put a creature, enchantment, or land from among them onto the battlefield. Golos! Speaking of abandoned commander. I don't really have a lot of ways of dealing with that. Guess we could Boseiju their guild summit. It's gonna enter tapped. What's Kishla? Attack. Back. What land? Table Passage. Keep looping it. Ooh, we got Fell the Profane. Okay. We just play this as a land. Oh no, we can only... Darn it. For target creature or planeswalker, but we... Alright. We're gonna blow up Golos. As much as I wanted to use it to blow up the Guild Summit. How'd they get the Island Gate? Basic land type. That's some baloney. Alright, well we have a pretty good array. They could Gates Ablaze us. Only have one of those in their deck. Oh, got their sexy sleeves on here. King and Queen. Vanquish the Horde. What? They didn't even need all the mana they tap for it. Hey, Treasure's Insight triggers even when your commander comes back. That's cool. There's an interaction I didn't know about till just now. Brood class. Cracks Wooded Foothills. We'll need to go find another one of these gates. Yeah. Finds the blue. Okay. We got Overgrown Tomb. We can't fetch quest. Thing is, does opponent even have a plan here? Ooh, we hit Lumra. Yeah. Now we gonna ramp like it's 1999 here. Don't forget about Fable Passage. They cracked that pre-Lumra. Guess we're just gonna see how many board wipes opponent has. Looks like they have a lot. Power of Promise. You control 3 or more deserts. Do they control any deserts though? Not sure what their plan is. Certainly drawing cards. Will Teval and Uro. Kami of the Bamboo Grove. Not worth removing it. Not worth the removal. We would like to get those creatures back. We don't need that back. We don't need that back. Finale of Devastation. We'd love to get that back. Wait, how come we got 2 zombies? I don't know, but I'll take it. Can't cast. Now can I cast Bramble Familiar? Oops. Run out of things to fetch. See what you got, opponent. Gates ablaze. We'll take that. Thank you. I may as well. We'll play the Moltender. Probably gonna wipe the board, but if they do, guess what? I'll just do the same turn. Augur of Autumn, okay. They're starting to commit to the board. Look out. Can we murder Scott? I need a swamp here, don't I? Give me priority back. Scape shift. Guess we'll allow it. They're just going to draw their whole deck. No. We'll go get Thespian Stage. We got big mana with that Baldur's Gate. World Tree. Was probably the world's easiest scape shift. This deck could scape shift. Something to consider adding. Alright, they're earning more life with Druid class than we're getting with Dredger's Insight. Ferner. Alright. Well, the fact that they're cracking a fetch, I think it's time to just remove that. Expropriate. I guess we give him a permanent. Can always just call the profane. Heal our Uro. Could be worse. Ren and 7. 6 point talkers.
Those who harm the forest destroy the entire forest as an army.
Alright, now we're the ones who want to wipe the board. Ancient Green Warden. They're going to get one big turn here. Thank goodness for zombie chump blockers. I think between Siphon, Insight, and Jetsam, we're going to try to... We actually have gates of place, but we don't control any gates. Ulvenwald Hydra. This is an oldie but a goodie. Cultivator Colossus. And Kenny Boy. Give him all haste. Oh, trample and haste. Right. Okay. They got me. You got me. I totally forgot they had Kenred. Alright. Once they expropriated, we were toast. So, how'd we do with Teval? Well, pitiful. 2 and 7. I really wanted to get some more games recorded, but I gotta go. Yeah, I was just hoping to get you better games with this deck. I hope you see it. It is capable of better things. It has a lot of fun stuff it can do. We were not on the play very much. And I did put in more interaction. I took out Grizzly Savage, Prismatic Vista, Evolving Wilds, put in Swamp Forest, more untapped lands, Soul Shatter, Anoint with Affliction. I think it just needs more interaction. People just playing bigger threats. Then this deck needs a minute to get going. So maybe it needs more board wipes, actually. Maybe you just plan to kind of wipe the board a couple times and then set up your engine and win that way. But yeah, I'm really disappointed with how Teval performed. Leave a comment if you think it should have done better, like me. Was it variance, or was it how I was playing it, or is it how I built it? I would love to get your thoughts. This has been Manadad, reminding you magic is a game so fun, even Dad's gonna enjoy it. Adios.